Hey guys, what's up? Drea Cooks here, and it's been about 2 weeks since the last time that I posted about the chosen journey that I'm on. Um, so just a quick update. When I last posted the video, I was going to be starting therapy the following day. So that day I did actually start therapy, but it was more of a like a I guess the word, I don't know what the word is, but pretty much we were going over all of the things of my past. And so I wasn't going to really speak on it because it kind of felt irrelevant at the time. Because I was planning on actually having, like, in my mind, we were just going to jump into a session. So what we really did is she asked me a series of questions about my past. And mind you, these are things that, like, I haven't really thought about because in my mind, like, I got over them or they weren't really important or whatever. But afterwards, I found myself feeling extremely irritated and irritable. I was really sad, a little bit depressed, not gonna lie. And I really couldn't get to the bottom of why that was. And then it dawned on me that I really just hadn't dealt with a lot of that stuff. I just kind of lived on. And I think it's really important that we make sure that we are going back into our minds of things, whether it is through journaling or prayer, and just going over like different things that may have affected us in different ways that we may not be thinking of. So that was my first takeaway from the first week. The second appointment ended up getting canceled because she was sick, and I ended up dealing with some anger. I don't think that was because of her. I think that was just a rough weekend. I was ready to talk about it. And so again, I went deep into myself and just figuring out like what was the cause of that? Why was I so irritated? And it really was just the fact that there was just a lot going on that I wanted to discuss. So, I recently had this past week on Monday, I had my first official appointment. And it was funny because we went over a few of the issues that I would like to tackle within this journey. We ended up going over some things that it's funny because in one way, you'll think that this one thing is what's bothering you, but that one thing is deeply rooted from something else. So let's say that, like for instance, that I was telling you earlier, I was irritated because the appointment got canceled, but I was really mad because that whole week I had been going through whatever it was I was going through at work. And so I ended up redirecting that anger towards that specific situation that was right in front of me, pretty much acting off of emotions. She ended up teaching me 2 different techniques that have actually been extremely helpful since we had our discussion. One of them is square breathing. So that's when you breathe in for 4 counts and then you exhale for longer than that. So in the act of doing that, you end up shifting your mind onto your breathing. And some of y'all might have already heard about that. I personally had never heard about it. I've just heard of like counting to 10 or, removing yourself from the situation. Removing myself from the situation is a little bit more difficult because I'm very reactive as a person. I feel like I have to defend myself. Not like physically, I'm not in danger or anything, but like just when somebody is rude, I feel like nobody else is gonna stick up for me, so I have to stick up for me. And I'm learning that I am easily offended, or have been easily offended in my past. I've grown from that, but there's still residue of being able to be offended now. One of my triggers happens to be in my work environment. I do not work very well with somebody talking to me like I'm a child. And so anyway, I ended up speaking to my therapist about that. That's when she then told me about the square breathing. And another very helpful tip that she gave me was the Dear Man. So the Dear Man is a communication strategy that makes communicating with whoever you have the issue with, it's supposed to make it more straightforward and help you stay on track. I personally haven't spoken this particular exercise out loud yet. However, I have been sorting through the different things that I would say to the two people that need to have it said to. If you guys want, I can go into what the Dear Man strategy is. Just let me know in the comments if you'd like to hear more about it, and I'll definitely go over that with you, because again, it has been very effective on allowing me to break down what I won't tolerate and getting to the root of why things are seriously like bothering me with the way that I'm being spoken to. So another thing that we went through, which were a couple of surprises for me this week. In the last video, I said that one of my issues, or two of my issues that I have dealt with in my life have been the feeling of inadequacy, as well as being a little bit more clingy to the people that I love. So when me and her were speaking about that, we ended up coming to the conclusion that those stem from feelings of unworthiness. Another thing that I can add is, when it comes to me as a business owner and a designer and a creative, when it's an order, I'm on top of it. I'm going to get you your merchandise ASAP. When it's something for me, like I'm going to an event, or a party is coming up, or something like that, I procrastinate. This video, to be honest, I should have made this video a while ago, but I procrastinated. One reason that accumulates with all of those different issues is the feeling of unworthiness. As I told you, when in my walk with Christ, I'm learning whose I am and who I am. And so I am retraining my mind to know that I am a child of God, and that I am loved by God, and that everything around me is to strengthen me, to better me, or to change me in the best way. However, change is not very comfortable. We all know that. And so the interesting thing about it is that when I got to the root of it, because she asked me to kind of go back and try to think about where those feelings came from. And with the with the clinginess, I'm so excited that my mom, adopted me. And something that my therapist said that was like really good, she said, everybody deserves to have a good family. Everybody deserves to be loved. That's not always how it happens. However, everybody does deserve that. So just because I was able and blessed enough to receive that does not mean that I'm in debt to anybody for it. That just means I can be thankful and continue on with my life. When I tell you that was so freeing, because my whole life has been about trying to get back from my mom. Anytime somebody's ever done something to look out for me, I always feel obligated to get back to them and do better and, give. And it's caused me to get into a couple of situations where I ended up feeling used, and being a people pleaser has been in my past. And it's just really interesting because the root of it is I don't feel as if I am worthy of having the blessing of a family, or having nice things, or having somebody do something nice for me. Instead of it being like, oh, they did something nice, it's like, oh my gosh, they did something nice for me. And then I put myself into debt with these people. I don't have to do that, and neither do you guys. And if you guys are doing it, the procrastination, because I think I just got off of that, is me standing in my own way of the overflow that is going to be provided for me if I'm just sticking to the script. If I just am obedient in what I am supposed to be doing. I've already been promised all of these things. I've already been told what I'm going to get from God. I've already been shown what I need to do through the Holy Spirit. And I've already been shown how to do it with Jesus Christ. So the whole playbook is literally in my hands. But because I haven't been able to open my heart into receiving it, I'm standing in my own way with procrastination. Imagine that. It was like mind-blowing when she said that, and it made so much sense. And then I started thinking about all the ways that it literally has like played out in my life over and over and over again without me even realizing it. Child, it's crazy. So my birth mother's son that she kept, I guess he's her youngest son, he's been reaching out to me, and I just don't think that I'm ready yet to speak to him. I think that it's a blessing that he wants to talk to me, but I just don't know how to allow myself to be that vulnerable yet. I think I'm almost ready, but that was a very timing is everything, y'all. Like, that's the moral of the story, is timing is everything. You literally have to be ready to understand who you are and to want to know who you are, because certain things just won't come up, or if they come up, you just won't be able to receive them. I'm just so thankful that I'm so thankful that I have a God that cares this much about me, that he's providing me patience and grace in all of this. And he's allowing me to have grace within myself. Like, I'm able to give myself grace and not be so hard on myself. The old me would have been extremely upset that I didn't think to do this quicker. Or, dang, how could you allow these certain feelings when they, and just, it's really good, guys, to just be honest with yourself and to be open with learning. I'm so thankful for where I'm at right now. It's not easy, but prayer and just really sitting down, journaling, and literally talking to somebody. If you're in the Atlanta area, which is where I'm in Atlanta. If you're in the Atlanta area, there is a company called Black Women's Wellness. That's actually where I'm going. I do not work in a position where I have benefits, and it's unfortunate that in the year 2023, every job isn't providing benefits for their employees, but that's a whole nother subject. But if you are interested in just getting self-help and getting help for your mental, you should hit Black Women's Wellness up. They have multiple programs for single women, for wives, for single moms, older women, younger women. Hit them up, y'all. I literally, even like I'm saying, timing, I literally have looked for this type of program for years, and it wasn't until it was actually time for it to happen where it showed up. So just trust the process that you're going through. As long as you're trying to figure it out, answers will be provided. I'm sorry that I took so long to make this video, because even sitting here talking to y'all right now just feels it feels good. And I know sometimes I procrastinate. I fight against the things that I know that if I would just be obedient, it's not going to hurt me. It's just like fear or something. I'm going to get through that, and y'all are going to get through what you're going through. Again, I appreciate y'all for taking the time to listen to my story. Thank you for joining me today. Check out the No God Will sweater. You feel me? It's a DCT original. This brand really, I already told y'all what it meant in my other video. Go check it out if you guys don't know about it. It really is near and dear to my heart because it's something that I have to remember every single day. It's a reminder every single day that God is going to provide. He is going to provide the answers that you ask. He is going to provide a way out of your trauma, a way out of your problem that you're going through. He is going to comfort you during those times, and he is going to just pour into you, overflow. You just have to have an open mind and an open heart to receive it. And I guarantee you, as I sit here today, it's possible for you just like it's possible for me. I love you guys so much. Join me next time. Subscribe, hit the bell. Y'all know what to do. Love y'all. Bye.